Good communication skills are essential in your online course. There are many different ways you'll communicate with your instructor and other students in your class. So we've created this module to introduce you to common terms and concepts that we hope will lead you to success in your class. This video will introduce you to the vocabulary that may be used to describe communication in your online class, how communication is different for you as a student when you're learning online, some of the advantages and disadvantages of academic online communication, and how to become an effective communicator in your online course. Let's begin with a few definitions. There are two types of communication that can be used in an online class. Asynchronous communication is when you, your classmates, and your instructor participate in online discussions at different times rather than in real time. So if you send your instructor a question via email or participate in an online discussion forum, you are communicating asynchronously. Asynchronous communication provides you with the opportunity for you to really reflect and compose your thoughts carefully before you make a response. The discussion board, also known as discussion forum, is a commonly used feature of Blackboard, and it's one place where your asynchronous classroom discussion can occur. Your instructor usually posts the first message in a forum and asks students to reply to it and reply to each other's replies. Synchronous communication happens in real time, like having a class discussion in a traditional setting or talking to a teacher after class. But you can communicate synchronously in an online environment too, through the use of tools like online chat, video calling systems like Skype, Google Hangouts, or through the use of web-based video conferencing software like Blackboard Collaborate, WebEx, or Zoom. These discussions can often be more lively this way because interactions are immediate since everyone is in the same virtual room at the same time. Skype is a free software application that will enable you to make voice and video phone calls over the internet. Once you download, register, and install the software for Skype, you'll probably want to plug in a headset or a microphone and speakers so you can hear others and they can hear you more clearly. If you are using video, you'll need a webcam, but many newer computers and laptops now include this as a part of their standard equipment. They can provide a virtual experience that closely replicates an on-campus classroom. Many video conferencing applications have an online chat feature, allow you to share your desktop or divide into smaller groups by using the breakout room feature. Email etiquette or netiquette is important to any class today, whether it's online or face-to-face. Let's go through some examples. Which greeting would be most appropriate to use when sending your professor an email? A. Dear Professor Kennedy, or B. Hi. The correct answer is A. When addressing your instructor, include their titles such as professor or instructor, unless they ask you to address them otherwise. Which one of the following questions would you send your professor about the date of the midterm exam? A. I hope you're well. I was wondering, do you have a date set for the midterm? Or B. Do you know when the midterm will be? Thanks. The correct answer is A. Even though it might be a convenience for texting or instant messaging, text speech is not appropriate to be using in an email to your professor. Punctuate your messages correctly, check your spelling carefully, and begin the first word of each sentence with a capital letter. Which one of the following would you use to thank your professor in an email? A. Thank you so much for your help. Sincerely, Brittany. Or B. Thanks so much. The correct answer is A. Using all capital letters for certain words or phrases in emails or private messages can often be interpreted as the writer is yelling. Again, punctuate your message correctly, check your spelling carefully, and begin the first word of each sentence with the capital letter. Remember 3 important aspects of email etiquette. R-A-R. Respond, attach, and reread. The first R stands for respond. Respond to email messages in a timely manner. Don't let more than 2 days elapse before replying to your instructor or another student. A stands for attach. If you've included an attachment with your email, mention it in the body of the email, then double check that you actually included the attachment before you hit send. The second R stands for reread. This goes for emails as well as any other written text you submit in your course. One of the biggest advantages of taking an online class is that you can really take your time to think about and formulate your responses before you deliver them. Frequently asked questions.
Will my online communications be permanent?
Yes. When you communicate asynchronously online, you create a permanent record of your words. All of your electronic communication will be dated, and because of this, it can be easily organized, stored, and reviewed at a later date. Choose your words carefully before posting, since your communications will be permanent.
This isn't really a question, but more of a concern. I'm worried that there will be more potential for misunderstanding when I'm communicating online than when I'm communicating face-to-face.
Because the instructor and your classmates cannot see your body language or hear your voice, written words can sometimes be misinterpreted. Review your written communications carefully before posting, and try to remove any language that could be interpreted as offensive or inappropriate.
Can I make friends in an online course?
Absolutely. If you're normally reserved in front of other people, an online environment can make it feel like you can express your ideas more freely. Discussion boards can often create a real sense of community as you respond to your instructors and other students' posts, and they respond to yours. In an online course, everyone has a chance and is expected to speak.
Can you give me some tips for writing effectively in an online educational environment? I don't want to get started on the wrong foot.
Always proofread your writing for spelling, grammar, or punctuation errors. Keep your posts concise. Avoid slang and offensive language. Look for opportunities to collaborate with other students in the course. If you find you've written a negative comment, try reframing it in a way that is more conducive for creating discussion. It's okay to disagree with someone, but being disagreeable or making personal attacks is not.
So how do I go about writing a respectful and respectable discussion post?
First, make sure that you read your instructor's directions and follow them carefully. This is the most basic way of showing respect for your instructor and the others in the classroom. Second, take your time before you respond. Your instructor will be expecting an informed response based on the course materials.